Okay, thank you. Okay,
Yes.
you can start recording. Okay, just a moment. I will start with the uh, slide presentation, PowerPoint presentation. Yes, Vignesh, is my slide visible? PowerPoint slide?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Okay. So I suppose you already have attended one online class today, mathematics. So I suppose you are all familiar with attending online classes. You also had the orientation, so I think you are comfortable with online classes. But anytime, if you have any difficulty, you can bring it to the notice of any of the faculty members or to me, so that we can sort out and be comfortable and enjoy learning. As I mentioned earlier, the title of the course is Kinematics of Machinery. For mechanical engineering, the course code is 19M304. Vignesh, is the title the same for you also?
It is 19A.
No, course title?
It's kinematics and machinery.
Okay, Kinematics of Machinery. Okay,
Yes.
right. Okay. Before beginning with the topic, let me just give some inputs with regard to course outcome, and so on. Dear students, I suppose you know about program outcomes and course outcomes. Can any one of you tell me whether you know the terms program outcomes? Satya? Any of the students? Have you heard of the terms program outcomes?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We have
No.
not.
Oh, you have not. Okay, okay, no problem. Huh?
Can
Uh,
I tell?
yes. Please give your name and then tell.
Vikram Raj, ma'am.
Very good. Yes, Vikram.
Course outcome is that every unit is course outcome. If unit one is CO1, then unit two is CO2 and till CO5.
Okay.
Then program outcome is when we are covering CO1 and CO2, it is gathered as program outcome 1.
Okay. Where from are you?
Ma'am, I am from PhD Polytechnic College.
Okay, very good. You also had the concept of outcomes in your
Yes, ma'am.
program?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
good, good. Okay, okay. Now, I just wish to make it slightly better by extending what Vikram told. First and foremost, our courses we used to call BE Mechanical Engineering, BE Automobile Engineering, and so on as courses. Normally, at home, in common man's language, we call them as courses. நீ என்ன கோர்ஸ் படிக்கிற நீ என்ன பிஎஸ்சி கோர்ஸ் படிக்கிறியா பிஇ கோர்ஸ் படிக்கிறியா இப்படின்னெல்லாம் we used to we even now we talk at home and outside also. But when you come inside, we these are called as programs. BE Mechanical Engineering is a program in PhD College of Technology. BE Automobile Engineering is a program. BE ECE these are all programs. They are programs. At the end of the 4 years or 5 years of your study in the program, you get the degree. BE Mechanical Engineering, BE is a degree that you get. But you are undergoing this program. You are in the program now, BE program, BE Mechanical, BE Production, Automobile, and so on. Okay. Now we have the concept. Of course, somebody else will be talking to you about all these later on, probably in your tutor meeting. I will arrange for that. But then, just to get into the topic of or the concept of course outcome, let me tell you that there are two sets of outcomes that we define when we teach the courses. One is the program outcome. As I told you, program is the course of study, I mean the program that you undergo. And in the program, we have many courses. We used to call them a subject, but now the subject we will call as course. Kinematics of machinery is a course. Kinematics of machinery is a course. The title is Kinematics of Machinery. And the course code is 19M304. Okay, so you should get accustomed to all these terminology. Of course, we will be teaching all this later on by one of our professors expert who's an expert in all these will be helping you with all this. Okay, the program outcomes. We have program outcomes for BE Mechanical Engineering, BE Automobile Engineering, BE EEE, and so on. So what we mean by program outcomes is what you will be able to do at the end of your 4 years of studying here, or 5 years if it's sandwich. So program outcomes are the things that you will be able to do after completing your program here. So there is a list of program outcomes for every one of the programs. For mechanical engineering, we'll be letting you know what they are. And of course, for automobile also, I think your tutor will be helping you out with that. But this is what we are doing now is a course, a subject. When I say course, I mean it is a subject. Okay. So this subject or the course is kinematics of machinery. Why I am insisting on course is because in the next slide, I will be listing some course outcomes. Like what Vikram told, there are course outcomes for every one of the courses. When I say course, I mean a subject in your language. Okay. From now onwards, we will call them as courses. Okay. Now this particular course, kinematics of machinery, as I told you, we've just completed for the regular students, your counterpart, third semester. 4 of us handle the course. Now 2 of us will be handling for all the 4 classes. Now let me start with a quote by Franklin Roosevelt. Happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. Happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. What do you mean by this? Vikram? Now I know only one name, so I think I will keep calling Vikram. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well,
yes.
Happiness lies in the joy of achievement. In what
Yes.
we do, we'll be so much happy. In creative effort, we will do lot of innovation. We can
Yes.
get many things.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Okay. Doing
Yes.
something creative, taking up something, doing something creative and putting in effort. Okay. Happiness lies in the joy of achievement, and happiness lies in the thrill of creative effort also. When you venture into a new creative work, we do not know what the outcome will be. Is it not?
Yes, ma'am.
We will not know what the outcome will be, final outcome will be, and we will also not know what will happen in between. What I mean to say is that, yes, what I mean to say is, suppose you are venturing to build a device to help people who are less privileged in some physical form. Okay. So when you want to have, you will be having something in your mind, but when you progress towards the objective, you may come across many other challenges, and you may also come out with some other spin-off outcome, that is some other outcome apart from the final outcome. So the thrill also gives you happiness, and finally when you achieve something, okay, when you achieve something, then again happiness comes to you, isn't it? So how let me tell why it has been included in this title. In every engineering, in every field of engineering, we have engineers are expected to do a lot of creative work and come out with solutions for many societal problems. Many problems faced by industry, as well as many problems which are faced by the common people, by the society at large. Okay, and engineers can help overcome these difficulties. For example, the water scarcity problem. There is a water scarcity problem, is it not? What are the ways of addressing the water scarcity problem? Now somebody else other than Vikram can speak. Vikram, do you have a classmate who studied with you in PhD?
Ma'am,
Yes.
maybe Dipin or Dipin.
Okay, yes. Anybody can answer. Anybody, everybody. Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
It's Dipin,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes.
To address the water scarcity problem, we should first
Mm.
educate the people how to properly conserve water,
Yes. Good.
and also give them some ideas about water conservation, water usage examples,
Yes. Water usage means?
like how not to use and how to use water in a conservative way,
Yes.
and water
Okay. Suppose
storage
water.
and
Yes. Good.
harvesting.
Yes, exactly. Good. So, in all these activities, do you see the role of engineers?
Yes, ma'am.
Everywhere, yes, everywhere. Others also sometimes people who do not take up engineering for as an education, they may also many times people who are not really engineers in the sense that we talk of, they also have invented many devices which will help in the which will help in the agriculture or solving some problem of the society and so on. So everywhere engineers have a major role to play. And once you think of something different, something creative, and come out with an innovative idea, then of course it gives you satisfaction, it gives you happiness, it gives happiness to everyone who's going to use also, because there's going to be some benefit for everybody. And particularly this particular course, there are lots of scope for doing something creative, which you will be able to realize as we progress through our course. On the right side, on the right side, we have a lot of uh, mechanisms and other basically mechanisms and structures have been shown just to just to what do you say, create interest, uh, create curiosity to know what it is and all that. It has been taken from a book. Okay? And as I mentioned earlier, I'll be teaching this course along with another colleague of mine, Mr. Dhanabal, and one more colleague, Mr. Vignesh. Okay. Let me just go on to the next slide. Now, in our institution, particularly your regulation, all of you belong to the 2019 regulation. We revised the syllabi during 2019, and that's why we have all our course codes starting from 19M304 and so on. So all the courses that you undergo until the end of your program, until the last semester, all the courses, every course will have 5 outcomes, which we call as course out. CO1 stands for course outcome 1, course outcome 1, course outcome 2, CO3, CO4, and CO5. So what we do is, under kinematics of machinery, we have a set of topics. Say, for example, these are the topics under kinematics of machinery. Mostly, they will be common for mechanical and automobile engineering. So we start with basics, of mechanisms. Like we start with some giving you the fundamental idea of what a mechanism is, what are the different types of mechanisms, what are their applications, what are the advantages of and demerits of different types of mechanisms, and so on. So that's what is basics means. Now, synthesis of mechanisms. How to create simple mechanisms? The concept of creating simple mechanisms to suit different applications is what we mean by synthesis of mechanisms. So once we know about the basics of mechanisms, the different types and all that, we will be able to create mechanisms for certain applications, and that has been put under course outcome 1. So course outcome, so what's a course outcome? Again, a course outcome is the activity, or course outcomes are the activities that you will be able to perform at the end of the course. After completely going through the course, that means at the end of the semester, this semester, under this particular course, kinematics of machinery, after studying this course in full, what are the various activities that you will be able to do? That is what is meant by course outcome. So 5 course outcomes will be there for every course for you, and program outcomes is at a higher level. When you go through the courses, you will be developing many abilities, and you will be possessing the course outcomes, or you will have the ability to do many things under each of these courses, and all of these will help you to realize the program outcomes. Once you graduate, you will be able to do all these at a much higher level. That's what it means by. And we also have mapping between course outcomes and program outcomes. We have 15 program outcomes for the BE programs, and 12 are common for all branches of BE, and 3 or 4 are specifically there for mechanical separately, production separately, automobile separately, metallurgy separately, and so on. I'm talking about the course program outcomes. Now, each of these course outcomes will be helping us to realize some program outcome. For example, the first course outcome may help me to develop the ability towards program outcome 3, program outcome 2, something like that. So all these will be told to you, or you will be educated about all these outcomes and the mapping between the program outcomes and course outcomes in due course. But just now, because I've listed CO1, CO2, and so on, you may be wondering what CO1 means, CO2 means, and so on. CO stands for course outcome. So each of these topics indicated in red, they have been defined as course outcomes. So the first course outcome pertains to knowing about the basics, fundamentals of mechanisms, and trying to create mechanisms, very simple mechanisms. Secondly, once you create a mechanism, what a mechanism and all that we need to know. Can somebody tell me about a mechanism, what a mechanism is, or at least the name of a mechanism? Okay, tell me about a machine. Can somebody tell me what a machine is, because the title is Kinematics of Machinery? Yes, your name first.
G. Raja.
I'm not able to hear properly the names. Sollukana.
G. Raja, ma'am, name.
Jeevithana? Yes, please proceed.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, machine is used to reduce the man work, but it's also helped to make some individual designs and some reduce the manpower.
Yes, exactly. A machine is a device which helps to aid or help human being do some work with less effort, or sometimes with a power source like engine or a motor, You need not even have human power. You need not even spend human power to do some work. Can you give an example, Jitan?
Example, CNC machines.
CNC machines, yes.
Lathe
Even a mixie at home
lathe.
is a machine. Okay, we will learn about all these things. Okay, so so I will tell you what about all these things. Machines. Why the title is called as named as kinematics of machinery and all that. Okay. So in your course kinematics of machinery, these are the 5 units of or topics that you will be learning. I will not venture into the further topics like kinematic analysis, gears and gear train, and so on, because we are not yet ready with all all the terms involved. Okay, so so these are this is the syllabus rather. What I showed now is the syllabus. So it is split into 5 divisions, and each of these divisions is made as a course outcome. Okay, so these are the course outcomes. Before we go into the course outcomes, we should know what kinematics means and what machinery means. Kinematics and machinery. Okay. Now for a while, I'll go to the mode so that I can call out some names. Sanjit. Sanjit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Now you have to tell me what are the various courses on mechanics that you underwent in your diploma program?
Strength of materials,
Yes, very good. Then
fluid power,
fluid mechanics. Yes.
manufacturing technology,
Only about mechanics. I'm asking about mechanics. What I mean to say is, did you have theory of machines?
no, ma'am.
Okay. What program did you do earlier?
Ma'am, automobile.
Automobile. Okay. Manoj. 20M406 Manoj.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Did you have theory of machines earlier in your diploma program?
மேம் தியரியாக படித்தது வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஸ்பெஷல் மிஷின்ஸ் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் ப்ராசஸ்
Theory of machines படிக்கலையா?
படிச்சிருக்கோம் மேம். அதாங்க மேம் இது ஸ்பெஷல் மிஷின்ஸ் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் ப்ராசஸ்.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன சொன்னீங்கன்னு புரியலப்பா. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன சொல்ற?
மேம் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் ப்ராசஸ்.
அது புரிஞ்சது. இன்னொன்னு
ஸ்பெஷல் மிஷின்ஸ் மேம்.
ஸ்பெஷல் மிஷின்ஸ். ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. வெலாசிட்டி டயக்ராம், ஆக்சிலரேஷன் டயக்ராம் அதெல்லாம் படிச்சீங்களா? டிபின்
Ma'am, hello.
சொல்லுங்கண்ணா.
Ma'am, we studied the manufacturing process. We studied the lathe mechanisms and all the special machinery mechanisms.
Theory of machines படிக்கவே இல்லையா?
என்ன மேம்?
Theory of machines.
தியரி ஆஃப் மெஷின்ஸ் தனியாக ஒரு கோர்ஸ் இல்லைங்க மேம். நாங்கள் படித்த மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் ப்ராசஸ்லேயே வந்து மெஷின்ஸோட மெக்கானிசம் எப்படி ஒர்க் பண்ணுது, இந்த கியர் ரேஷியோஸ் எல்லாமே படிச்சிருக்கோம்.
சரி, ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. லெட் மீ கம் பேக். ஓகே. Now you're able to see my screen, aren't you? Yaneshwar?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Have you studied about all these mechanics? Solid mechanics. Solid mechanics means strength of materials. Fluid mechanics.
No, ma'am. I didn't study
What
fluid
was
mechanics, ma'am.
Diploma என்ன course படிச்ச?
Automobile தான் ma'am படிச்சேன்.
Automobile. Okay. Automobile க்கு கொஞ்சம் டிஃபரெண்டா இருந்திருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Okay. Anyway, I think all of you are at the same level as far as mechanics is concerned. because I think DMA also how much of it has been covered, I don't know. Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So this kinematics of machinery, actually this theory of machine, we earlier used to call it as theory of machines, and we used to have two subjects or two courses, theory of machines 1 and 2. Now they are renamed as kinematics of machinery during this semester and dynamics of machinery during the next semester. Okay, so here we will be learning about mechanisms. For example, this is a mechanism. This is a mechanism. It's a slide. Do you know that it is a mechanism? How it is called and all that? Do you know anybody, Manoj? Can you name this mechanism? தெரியுமா தெரியாதா? தெரியாதுன்னா I'll go in.
I don't
You
know.
don't know. Slide diagram mechanism and all that were not introduced to you at all. Is it that?
மேம் இங்க கேட்கல மேம், விட்டு விட்டு கேக்குது.
விட்டு விட்டு கேக்குதா?
ஆமா
விக்னேஷ்?
மேம்.
Vignesh?
I think he's having internet issue.
Okay. Otherwise, it's okay, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Can somebody tell me what we see here?
Ma'am, am I audible?
What are these that I am showing here? Animation.
Ma'am, I see pick and place robot.
Robotics.
They are robots. They
It's
are
a
robots.
manufacturer, ma'am.
The special. Pardon me.
Pick and place
Robotic
robot.
arm.
The first is robotic robo, pick and
Robo.
place. Another one is a robo which goes in a particular fashion in space. Okay. Then let me just show. Yes. Okay. So what is that you see here?
Ma'am, cylinder arrangement.
An engine.
Piston movement, ma'am.
Cylinder.
Crank
Crank piston arrangement with the inside a cylinder. So this is a you can in all of the mechanisms I showed earlier, the robo arms, as well as here you see that the basic requirement is motion. Is it not? Can you think of a sewing machine? Sewing machine. Sewing machine. ஆனா எல்லாருக்கும் இங்கிலீஷ் புரியுமா? கம்ஃபர்டபிளா இங்கிலீஷ்? தமிழ்ல எல்லாம் கேட்டா கூட எஸ். sewing machineல என்ன பண்ண நடக்கும்?
Ma'am, the needle will move up and down.
How? Where from the input comes?
Ma'am, from
Ma'am, for manual pedal and
There are also crank mechanism is
Pedaling
happening.
comes from the manual effort. It can be foot operated or hand operated. So you see that motion is given at one location. For example, in the sewing machine, at the pedal, if it is a foot operated, which is more common, tailors எல்லாம் அப்படி தானே வச்சிருப்பாங்க, foot operated தானே வச்சிருப்பாங்க இல்லையா? Nowadays we of course have motorized sewing machines are there. So in any case, you see that motion is given at one location and it is delivered at
another location.
another location. இப்போ இது பாத்தீங்கன்னா பெடல் ஆபரேட்டட் ஸ்விங் மெஷின் பாத்தீங்கன்னா கீழே பெடல்ல வந்து we give the motion, input motion, and it gets converted to a linear motion at the needle level. இந்த இடத்துல பாத்தீங்கன்னா okay, suppose this is an IC engine, you can imagine this to be an IC engine. Okay, and so there will be a gas which is compressed fuel, air mixture, or that will be compressed here, and when it explodes it will give out energy, and this will be transferred to this energy will be transferred to the piston. 1 minute. Okay, so this energy from the gas pressure will be transferred to the piston. The piston will move and you have a connecting rod which is in blue here, blue color. So the piston motion will get transferred to the connecting rod. Finally, it will rotate the crank. So you can see that a linear motion gets converted to
Rotary motion.
Good. Again, the input is given to the piston from the energy of pressure of the gas, and the output is delivered in a different form at the crankshaft. Okay, so input motion is given at one location, output is taken as at another location. The input could be a certain form, like for example, it's here a linear motion, and the output is a rotary motion. So there are two. So this is a mechanism. This is what we mean by a mechanism. Because we'll be learning about mechanisms in this course. We'll be touching upon different types of mechanisms like linkage type of mechanisms, gear mechanisms. Of course, you must be familiar with gear mechanisms, and cam follower mechanism and other such mechanisms we'll be studying. This is an example of a mechanism. So is the case with the previous example. There are also mechanisms, right? Now here, for example, considering this robo, the input is given at multiple locations, whereas in the cylinder, it was only at one location that the input motion was given. Here, the input will be given at different locations, like what we have in our human hand. There will be many joints. At every joint, you can give separately, independently motion with the help of a motor or something. And final motion will be delivered by the robo end effector. This is called as the end effector, and this is where the work will be done. It can be made use of for painting purposes, welding purposes, okay, or some assembly purposes and so on. Here, this side, you can see that again, motion will be given at this location. Another motion from a different motor will be given at this location. Yet another motion, you can see that this is moving vertically up and down, picking and placing, right? So ultimately, all of these motions will be finally available at the end effector, and some useful work will be done by the system. Again, this is a mechanism, right? I told you we'll be learning about mechanisms. So these are examples for mechanisms. Many more mechanisms are there. Now, can you tell me what this is?
Ma'am, it is a crankshaft assembly along with the connecting rod and piston.
Yes, exactly. It is the same as what we saw earlier. That was a single cylinder, but then this is a multi-cylinder.
Four cylinder.
How many cylinders are there? How many pistons?
Four cylinder.
Four cylinder.
Yes, four cylinder. Right? Why do we have multiple cylinders like this in the same engine?
To multiply the output, ma'am.
Yes, exactly. We to multiply the output, and we keep them staggered. Like what I mean is, when this piston is executing the suction stroke, some other piston will be executing the power stroke. The strokes will be kept staggered so that not much of undulations, not much variations are there in the power output. So the first is that you need to enhance the power output. So you will have multiple cylinders, and the cylinders will be operating in sequence. Performing different strokes at different instances. So at any, the four pistons will be, or four cylinders will be performing different strokes at an instant of time, so that torque output variations are minimized. So in our course, we will be studying about the motion, how an input if I give an input motion at some location in a mechanism, how it gets converted to a different form of motion transformation, like linear to rotary and so on, and how it gets transferred to the output location. This is what we will be learning about in mechanisms. Okay? Let me try to show if there are any other. Yes. Okay. This is a swing machine, isn't it? The input is given at this location. It's an oscillatory motion at the input, the pedal, whereas it is a linear motion, up and down motion for the needle at the output. So the location of the input and the output changes. In motion input gets delivered at some other location. The motion input is in some form, and the motion at the output location is in a different form. It can be in a different form. Now, what is this?
Ma'am, it's a machinery with a gripper, ma'am.
What do you call it as?
Crane.
Okay, it can be called as a crane. You see,
Hydraulic machine.
hydraulic machine. Okay. Then what is this?
It's a mechanism, ma'am. Gear machine.
It's a mechanism.
Mechanism.
Yes. It's a mechanism. Okay. So we will be coming across many more such practical mechanisms as we progress. Now I will tell you why what we mean by machinery. Now all these are mechanisms. Okay. We are discussing only about the title now today. We are not venturing into the course at all. Now all of our topics, all the course outcomes will pertain to the study of mechanisms. Okay. Mechanisms in our language, as far as kinematics of machinery is concerned, or as far as mechanical engineering is concerned, mechanisms are assemblage of rigid members. They are assembly of rigid members, which are called as links in this mechanical engineering. Okay, you can see that there are many parts here, isn't it? You have a pedal to be operated here. From here, the motion gets transferred to this big wheel. From the wheel, how does it get transferred here? The motion that I give here, how does it get transferred to this higher altitude here? Through a belt.
By a belt, ma'am.
Yes, through a belt. Good. Okay. Through a belt that goes through the pulley that is available here, and the other part goes like this. And then that gets converted to, so it's a rotary motion initially. This is an oscillatory motion that you give from the human being. It gets converted to a rotary motion here. Okay. Then finally, when it comes out, it is a reciprocating motion or a translatory motion up and down, which will be achieved with the help of some assembly of elements, which is called as mechanism on the inside. So you see that there are many rigid members. Here also you can see that there are many rigid members. Gears are there. So some links like this are there. Even if you look at the yes, here there are many rigid members are there. This is the cylinder which houses the piston, connecting rod and all that. This is a member, rigid member. Piston is another rigid member. This is the connecting rod that connects the piston and the crankshaft. This is another member, rigid member. The crankshaft is yet another rigid member. So this is a mechanism. This is a mechanism. It qualifies to be called as a mechanism. Right? So a mechanism is an assembly of rigid members which are connected together by joints. Okay. You please think of the human hand, starting from the shoulder, beyond the shoulder up to the palm. Okay. What do you have as a joint between the shoulder and the upper portion of your hand?
Elbow and wrist, ma'am.
Elbow and wrist. Top left, shoulder left. Shoulder, elbow.
Ball and socket joint.
Shoulder joint. It's shoulder joint, which is a ball and socket joint. What is the purpose of that joint?
Provide a rotary motion for
Yes,
the arm.
exactly. It provides or it permits relative motion between the body of the
Degree of freedom, ma'am.
Tell me. Yes.
Degree of freedom, ma'am.
Good. What's your name?
Degree of freedom.
What is your name? Degree of freedom? Okay. Okay, good.
I'm Vignesh, ma'am.
Okay. Degree of freedom means the freedom to move. In how many ways there can be movement of the hand compared to in relation to the body. So this particular joint at the shoulder is called as the ball and socket joint or the shoulder joint, which permits movement of the hand along in space in different directions, along different directions. Then beyond that, if you come down, what do you have? What is the next joint that you have? What is that? What do you call it as? Elbow, is it not? Elbow joint. Now, the functioning of the elbow joint and the shoulder joint, is it the same for both of them? Do they permit the same same motion at both the locations?
No, ma'am. The elbow is like a hinge, whereas
Yes,
the shoulder is like a ball and
exactly
socket.
good. Yes, exactly good. We have more freedom for motion at the shoulder, whereas the elbow permits only at the elbow location. It is only one relative rotation about a single axis that is possible. Then further moving down, what do you have? Where do you have the next joint?
Wrist.
Wrist.
Yes, good. Wrist. How many motions are possible at the wrist? We can see that they are all rotary. Yes. How many? How many different axes? What different axes?
4 axis.
4 axes, huh? At the wrist?
Multiple axis.
Yes, multiple axes are possible. Basically, two different motions are possible, independent motions are possible. But then you can see that it is a limited rotation. Is it not? So not a limited rotation. The angle that can be covered, it's a very, very limited rotation. But then there is a joint. And then further in the fingers you have revolute joints. We have joints which permit rotation about one axis only. You cannot twist or do something with your joints in the palm, isn't it? So exactly the human arm is the best natural mechanism. Again, try fitting this definition to the human arm. Mechanism is an assemblage of rigid members. Of course, we have rigid members in the form of bones and all that, flesh and all that. So they are all links. And then they are connected together by means of joints. So why should I have joints? It is only at the joints that relative motion between the different links is permitted. And so mechanisms are composed of rigid members and joints. Mechanisms are composed of links and joints. Why I am telling about all this is because we are going to learn about different mechanisms in our course. So mechanisms are also referred to as linkages, mechanical linkages. Okay, with that in mind, okay. So now what is a mechanism meant for? Having gone through some examples and having learned that mechanisms are assembly of links and joints, what is the purpose of a mechanism?
To do
Purpose of mechanism is to change the motion, ma'am.
Yes,
Vignesh, ma'am.
Yes, transfer and transform. You should not say change.
Motion, ma'am.
Motion, but there are two aspects to it. So the mechanism is meant for transmission of motion from
one part to another part, ma'am.
Now that we know the correct term, you make use of the correct term? Earlier I told location, but we
ma'am, one location to
I told
one location to another location.
But we've come across new terms now, more appropriate terms. What is that term?
Sorry, ma'am. One location.
Output link.
My screen is visible. Is my screen visible? A mechanism is meant for.
It transmits powers to input link to output.
Yes. First, it is to transmit motion. The first objective is to a mechanism. A mechanism is used to transmit motion from input link to output link. That is how you have to define a mechanism. How do you define a mechanism? யாரா சொல்லணும்ல?
To transmit motion from input link to output link.
Transmit a mechanism is used to
Input link
transmit
to output link.
transmit motion from motion, only motion, from one link to another link, or from input link to output link. And in transmitting, there can also be a transformation of motion. What do you mean by that, Naresh?
One motion to another form of motion.
One form of motion to another form of motion. What are the various forms of motion, Vedagiri? When I say the motion transformation is one thing. Transmission is from one location to another location, or one link to another link. That we call as transmission. What do we mean by transformation? Changing from one form of motion to another form of motion, from the input link to the output link, is called as transformation of motion. What do you mean? What are the various kinds of motion? Yes, I asked whom. Vedagiri. Yes. Vedagiri, are you there?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, please tell me what are the various forms of motion, types of motion?
Ma'am, rotary motion, linear motion.
Yes, very good.
Acceleratory motion.
Harish?
Ma'am?
Anything further? Only these two? Okay, imagine the piston. Imagine the piston that I showed you in the IC engine mechanism. What type of
motion?
Reciprocating motion. Good. Raguraj. Ajit Kumar?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What does the crank do? What type of motion does it undergo? Crank.
Crank, ma'am. Ma'am, crankshaft வந்துங்க மேம் பிஸ்டன் லீனியர் மோஷன்ல ஒரு சர்க்குலர் மோஷன், ஒரு டயருக்கான சர்க்குலர் மோஷனா கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணி தருங்க மேம். லீனியர் மோஷனா சர்க்குலர் மோஷனா கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணி தருங்க மேம்.
ஓகே, கிராங்க்ல என்ன மோஷன்?
கிராங்க் வந்து ரோட்டரி மோஷன் மேம்.
Rotary motion. Good. So at the piston, at the input piston, there is a linear motion, and at the output, that is at the crank, there is a rotary motion.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yogesa, how to call you Yogesa? What? 20M417. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Solukana. Between the piston and the crank or crankshaft, what do you have? What element do you have? What link do you have?
A rod.
Connecting rod.
Connecting rod. Okay. So at one end of the connecting rod, you have linear motion. At the other end of the connecting rod, where it is connected to the crank, you have a rotary motion. So what should be the motion of the connecting rod?
Reciprocating.
Reciprocating, Sivaranjan?
Rotation.
Rotation,
I think it's oscillation.
Oscillation. Good. It is a combination, Dhyaneshwar. Yes. It is a combination motion. The connecting rod at one end it's connected to the piston, which is having linear motion. At the other end, it's connected to the crankshaft or the crank, which has rotary motion. So the one in between, the connecting rod, will have a combination motion, which is composed of, Dhyaneshwar?
Linear and rotary motion.
A combination of linear and rotary motion. Okay. So this is the simplest example mechanism that I can show. There are many mechanisms which we'll be learning about later on. Okay, so in all of these, for example, you can look at some of these that you have here. All of these are mechanisms. Now, Adagaraja will tell me what this is. Ajit?
Four cylinder.
Illappa, idu. Are you able to see my laser pointer?
Yes, ma'am. This is wiper.
Very good. It's a windshield wiper that you use in the automobile. It is also a mechanism. The input is given to this link. These are all now links. We are now familiar with the term links, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes. So the input will be given here and it gets transferred and transformed as oscillatory motion here. So here it could be a full rotation at the input with the help of a motor, small motor, and it is converted to oscillatory motion, rocking motion at the output. Good. Again,
Yeah,
this is
correct.
a multi-cylinder engine. Okay, this is a single cylinder engine. What is this?
It's a water pump.
It is a water pump, hand pump.
Hand pump.
Give the input at this location and it's an oscillatory motion again, and it gets transferred to motion at the piston here. So it gets converted to a reciprocating motion. So these are very many examples. These are some examples of mechanisms. These are also mechanisms. This is called as a 4-bar mechanism, about which we will be learning later on. What is this?
It's a belt drive.
Belt
It's a
drive.
Belt drive mechanism.
Yes, belt drive mechanism. Again, the input is given to one of the pulleys. Input will be given to this shaft. So this pulley will be rotating, and this motion will be transferred onto the belt.
Belt.
And then that belt will impart the motion to the output pulley. These pulleys will be of different sizes to have different speed reductions or speed increase, okay, depending on your application. Then what is this?
Rack and pinion mechanism, ma'am.
And pinion mechanism.
Rack and pinion mechanism. Link, ma'am.
This is rack and pinion mechanism. Good, good. What is it? What does it do?
It's convert a rotary motion to linear motion, ma'am.
What's rotary
It's convert a horizontal or yes, ma'am. Linear motion.
Linear motion. What is this?
Steering system.
என்னமா இதெல்லாம் ஆட்டோமொபைல்ல படிச்சிருப்பீங்களே ரேக் அண்ட் பினியன்லாம் எங்க யூஸ் பண்றாங்க?
Steering mechanism.
Steering gear.
இது என்னமா?
Ma'am,
Set of gear, ma'am. Gear set.
That's a spur gear drive.
Yes, for gear drive. Gear drive. Gear train. Yes. Then what is this? இருக்கு கீழே இருந்தாலும் சொல்லலாம்.
Cam mechanism.
It's a cam and follower mechanism. This is a cam and this is the follower. This cam and follower mechanism, where is it commonly used?
Engine.
Valve.
Valve
It
opening.
is usually in input and output.
All timings.
Exactly. Good. Yes. So this is used for the opening and closing of the input and the output valves of an engine. So many other applications are there which we will be learning about in due course. So all these are mechanisms. These are called as linkage type of mechanisms. This is the mechanism that is used in an IC engine. The skeletal form of it, which is called as kinematic diagram, will be represented like this. Okay, all of these are links. Much more about links and all that will be taught in due course. This is the engine. Its basic skeleton alone is called as the mechanism. This is a skeletal mechanism of an IC engine. This is another mechanism. This can be thought of as a mechanism used in a wiper. This is yet another mechanism. Okay, where you have a part gear sector. It's not a full gear. You can see that it is a sector of a gear which will be rocking. So here there will be there is a gear which is be continuously rotating. Then there is something which connects this and this. It's called as a coupler. Just like the connecting dot that you have here, you have a connecting element here, which is the same here also. All these are different types of mechanisms. We will be learning about most of these, except I think belt drive mechanism. We'll be learning about all the other mechanisms. Now, how this term mechanism is related to the topic. The topic says kinematics of machinery. Kinematics of machinery. Kinematics of machinery. But why am I talking about mechanism?
Ma'am, each machines have each mechanisms, separate mechanisms.
Very good, very good.
Motion.
Yes, each machine will be composed of or will be having one or more mechanisms. Okay, a machine is a mechanism. A machine is definitely a mechanism, or it could be a combination of more than one mechanism also. It imparts definite motions to the different parts. A mechanism transmits motion from one link to another link. Okay, in that process, it also transforms motion in one form at the input link to another form at the output link. Additionally, a machine transfers energy also. A machine transmits energy also. Okay, so to tell in a single word, use a single word for this energy, motion, and all that. A machine is a mechanism which transmits power. A machine is a mechanism which transmits
Which convert energy into work.
energy into some useful work. Okay, input energy into some useful work. So, in a machine, transfer of motion is involved. Transfer of motion is involved. Transfer of energy also is involved. Force or energy is involved. Whereas a mechanism basically it transmits a mechanism
energy.
Power.
mechanism
Motion.
only motion. A mechanism transmits motion from one link to another link. A machine transmits motion as well as
Direction also.
energy from motion as well as
Machine
energy from
transfer
one link to
motion and
another
energy.
link. Okay. So now a machine is a mechanism, yes or no?
Yes. Yeah.
A machine is a mechanism, yes. A machine is a mechanism. All machines will be mechanisms. Whereas the other way around, all mechanisms are machines, that statement it may not be true. I will try to explain again. A mechanism is an assembly of elements, assembly of links and joints. Mechanism is an assembly of links and joints, which is used to transmit motion from input link to output link. A machine is an assembly of links and joints, which is used to transmit motion and energy from one link to another link or from input link to output link. So that means a machine will be capable of transmitting motion. So all machines will be mechanisms also. But a mechanism like the sewing machine, it's a very, very small amount of energy is required. A sewing machine, even though we call it a machine, it's really in a mechanical engineering context, it is not a machine, it is a mechanism. It is a mechanism. Now imagine the door closure. You know the automatic door closure?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you call it as machine or mechanism?
Mechanism.
It's a mechanism because small amounts of forces only are involved. What about the wiper? Do I call it as windshield wiper machine?
Machine.
Is it a machine? Windshield wiper, is it a machine or a mechanism?
Mechanism.
Why? Yes, why?
It needs a less.
Yes, exactly. Motion is the main aspect. It needs very less force or power or energy to convert or transfer the motion from the input link to the output link. So now do you all see the difference between machines and mechanisms?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
So yes. So all machines are made up of mechanisms. All machines are made up of mechanisms. And so we will be learning about the different mechanisms, their synthesis and analysis in our course, Kinematics of Machinery. Okay. And because all machineries or all machines are composed of mechanisms, the topic is titled as, the course is titled as Kinematics of Machinery. Okay. So that's about the title at only 50% of the title. Is it not? What is kinematics and all that we will be teaching in the subsequent classes. So only 50% of the title we learn today, what we mean in the title. The other part will be covered in the next few classes.
Kinematics, is it only theory or is there any problematics?
No, it's completely analytical.
Okay, ma'am.
It is completely analytical. That's why you have to be very, very attentive. You should be attending all the classes without missing any class. As I told yesterday, this particular batch, even though we are starting with online classes, we are delayed. That delay is a blessing in disguise because we are going in a separate track, not attached to the regular set of students. So that's where you have a benefit of learning at your pace. Okay. So all the students, mechanical as well as automobile, I expect 100% attendance to all the subjects classes. அப்புறம் இந்த சப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கு வந்து you should allocate a note. Automobile students, Vignesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure that they have a note, preferably a long size note.
Yes, ma'am.
Unruled. Yes, preferably unruled. அப்புறமா வந்து பென் வந்து நோட்ஸ் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு பென்சில் ஆமா பென்சில் அண்ட் ஆல் த ஜியோமெட்ரிக்கல் டூல்ஸ் லைக் ப்ரொட்ராக்டர் அப்புறம் என்ன காம்பஸ் எக்ஸாக்ட்லி ப்ரொட்ராக்டர் காம்பஸ் பென்சில் எரேசர் ஸ்கேல் அப்புறம் பென் அண்ட் ஐ ஆல்சோ எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் எவ்ரி ஒன் ஆஃப் யூ டு take what?
Notes.
Exactly, notes. As and when we teach, அப்பப்பே notes எழுதிக்கணும். ரெக்கார்ட் பண்றோம், அது அப்புறம் எடுத்து பார்த்துக்கலாம், எல்லாம் வேணா இருக்கட்டும். ஆனா கண்டிப்பா நம்ம நோட்ஸ் எடுத்தாதான் நம்மளால இது வந்து ப்ரொசீட் பண்ண முடியும். வெரி வெரி இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் டாபிக் சப்ஜெக்ட் அண்ட் ஃபுல்லி அனலிட்டிக்கல்ங்கிறனால நம்ம வந்து நமக்கு நல்லா ஸ்கோர் பண்றதுக்கு ஸ்கோப் இருக்கு. வளவளன்னு எழுதிட்டு இருக்க வேண்டாம் இல்லையா விக்னேஷ்? நல்லா படிக்கலாம். So much can be learnt. You can also try out something experimentally or practically. நல்லா பண்ணலாம், ரொம்ப நல்லா பண்ணலாம். சரியா? Don't miss any of the classes. விக்னேஷ் நம்ம ஏதாவது சொல்லணுமா?
That's it, ma'am. I think already I've had a meeting with them yesterday, ma'am, and I have discussed about.
Okay, thank you. Attendance எடுத்துட்டீங்களாப்பா விக்னேஷ்?
Yes, ma'am, stored.
சரி ஓகே. அப்ப நான் அங்க ஷேர் பண்ணிடுங்க தனபால் கிட்ட.
Okay.
சரி. Thank you. We'll meet again.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
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 Thank you all. Meet you on another session.
Ma'am, screen is sharing, ma'am, actually.
என்னம்மா?
Ma'am, screen is being sharing, that's all.
Sir.
Yes, Parish.
Sir, in the recorded videos, episode பார்க்கணும்.
அதுவா அது அப்புறம் அவங்க சொல்லுவாங்க. நீங்க வந்து இந்த ரெக்கார்டட் வீடியோவை நம்பாம கொடுப்போம் தான், பட் அதை விட நீங்க கிளாஸ்ல அப்பப்போ சொல்லும்போது நோட்ஸ் எடுத்துட்டு டவுட்ஸ் கிளாரிஃபை பண்றது ரொம்ப நல்லது.
ஓகே.
வீடியோஸ் வீடியோஸ் சரியா?
ஓகே. Thank you.
ஓகே. விக்னேஷ் இந்த ஸ்டாப் ரெக்கார்டிங் போட்டுருங்க.
Okay.
Thank you விக்னேஷ், நாளைக்கு பார்ப்போம்.